Day 34. We made it. We made it. Day 34. I have a lot to talk about. Okay. Where do we start? Where do we start? I know where we start. One line. What the fuck? Nah, I'm kidding. Anyway. Yes. So, let's begin. Today, no trade. No trade because unfortunately price was acting like shit. USD USD JPY was just manipulating on the London session. It was just sending it down, and it didn't really sweep off of a high or like a 5 minute swing high or anything. No, it just kind of went for it, and I have no answer for that. Can't really do much about that, so I didn't trade that. And I was hoping, maybe it'll go into a 1 hour order block and then rotate off of that. But that's low key gonna happen at like 10 p.m. and I don't know if there's gonna be enough volume for moves to happen. So that's probably New York session's problem. Anyway, current thoughts is that my entries have been good. I've fixed it for the most part, that I'm not forcing an entry. I'm waiting for proper confluences and shit, break of structure, all that stuff to line up and tell me, okay, now we can entry. This looks like an entry. Aside from that, price has been moving like a little shit this past week, but I have been getting my biases a bit wrong recently, and so I'm gonna take a step back and I'm gonna work on that and just get some more reps in. Just look at it. Okay, what will be my bias here? Because clearly, I've been getting some of it wrong. I've actually got it. No, I didn't get it wrong today, but I've been getting it wrong more often than I was before, and that's definitely contributing to the losses this past 2 weeks. Now, moving on from that, moving on from that, gotta talk about this. A certain Eliza Tufala brought this up, where he talked about, why does it feel too easy? It feels so easy, but where's the catch? I feel like a fraud. It shouldn't be this easy. It's kind of like imposter syndrome in a way, but not really. Well, I've kind of come to the realization that the catch is more or less, you do really well and you succeed and it feels so easy because literally this is how it goes. Like, I win a trade and I'm like, wow, that's it. I made this much theoretical money and it was this easy. All I had to do was just kind of look at the charts and guess where it goes, basically. And that doesn't feel like hard work, in a sense. It doesn't feel like hard work compared to someone who's doing like e-commerce, who they could spend a whole day, working on their store, researching, creating things, setting up their website, blah blah blah. Whereas a day trader might only need to spend 2 hours a day looking at the charts. Well, aside from checking it throughout the day, but 2 hours a day of sitting down and looking at the charts and trying to find an entry. Like, tell me that does not feel wrong. Like, dude, what do you mean in 2 hours I could make so much money theoretically, right? It feels like cheating. It feels like cheating. Not only that, but it feels so easy sometimes. Like when I was on that win streak that I jinxed myself into because I started making mistakes. When I was on that win streak, it felt so easy. I was like, really? And I just had to keep this up. And eventually I become profitable. I get a funded account with a prop firm. And then I just make hella money from this. What do you mean it's that easy and straightforward? It feels weird, It feels wrong. So wrong that it feels too good to be true. Obviously, I'm not there yet. So that's the whole different story. And I know I will get there, step by step, slowly working on that, getting there. And but it feels wrong that, like, okay, all it takes is this simple task of just winning and staying consistent. Is that really all it takes? 2 hours a day, by the way. You don't need to spend your whole day working on this. It's not like a full-time business. It's fucking trading. And it feels wrong that you can make so much money from this. And it feels wrong that there's not a lot of billionaire traders, like retail traders. Like, is it really true you can beat the market? Who knows, right? I mean, I've been there. Like Mr. Elijah Tufala said, it feels wrong that it's this easy sometimes. But I think that's the two sides of the coin. It's like a little weird. I guess it's similar but different to like other kinds of entrepreneurial ventures or skills, whereas for them it's like continuous struggle, I guess. But then you get that huge like success, the sweet victory. Whereas for me at least, what I've experienced so far is that you just get easy wins. It feels so easy and breezy, and then it just flips on you and you start fucking up, and then you're at a roadblock where you need to take a step back and understand what you're doing wrong, you know, and then come back and think, okay, I need to do this, do that, learn more about this, blah blah blah, and then you'll come back stronger. But it's weird, you know, and the fact that it only takes so little time of your day, it pisses me off too. Cause like, what do you mean? Like, you mean I can just spend 2 hours a day being good at this, and then just goon the rest of the day? No, it feels weird. So yeah, I mean, it yeah, it feels wrong. It feels wrong to me. And I kind of already had this realization, but it really has dawned on me recently because of Mr. Elijah Tufala that it feels weird. It feels wrong. So I'm gonna just say this now. I've always known that trading does not take your whole day, and I've already said it before that I just don't like sitting on my ass the whole day. You know, like I get, there's a work-life balance and all that, but I don't know. I might be a bit of a workaholic. Like I can't sit on my ass the whole day. So when obviously school is all said and done, I will be trying to look for another thing, you know. Ideally, right, I want to have my own business, or I want to do something, take an opportunity. Now, I don't know what that is because right now I'm either waiting for that opportunity to present itself really soon, or I'm gonna have to go out there and search for something and just send it, you know. Or I'm gonna have to build another skill and work into that too. My current options are, when school's all said and done, there's a time period between that and me moving to Melbourne. Mind you, I'll be working, I guess, full time ish, but there might be something I could do. Like maybe I could go into UGC. And I know, okay, UGC, that's not very, you can't really scale that up a lot. And that's true. That's true. So maybe I will go into social media, build a brand, or maybe I will look into marketing and learn more about all these marketing skills, blah blah blah, social media marketing, digital marketing, blah blah blah. Maybe have my own marketing agency. You know, I don't know. Honestly, I just have to wait for other opportunity to present herself, or just send it. I do feel like I'm in a rush with regards to that, because I'm like, I want to do something. And if I'm taking gap year, it means I don't have to. I'm not studying, and I'm just working, and a part-time job does not take my mental brain. It does not use my mental capacity in any sort. So I would have the mental energy to put my time into other things as well. It's just like I don't know what, you know. So from with that, it's just like I guess I wait for something to present itself, or like I said, just send it and find something. But who knows, bro? Obviously, at the core of it all, I should be making connections, and with those connections, I can find opportunity. So that's another thing I will be doing, especially when I start university in 2027, like I planned. And I know, okay, even if I do really well in trading, I'm still gonna do university. I don't actually want to miss on that experience. And I also don't want to miss out on the connection and all that stuff. But obviously, will I finish that degree? Who knows? Who knows? I just know that studying really isn't for me. I cannot get myself to study. It sucks. It really sucks. But yeah, I mean, who knows, bro? Who knows what the future lies ahead? What lies ahead in the future? Sorry. Only God knows, and we will see. We will see. Maybe I will go into e-commerce as well. I actually doubt it takes that much time to build a store. Like I get, if it's your first store, you want to take your time, and it's probably gonna fail, given that and there's a lot of expenses associated with it too. But fuck, I'm the type of person who likes to send it and move fast. Get results quick and take on more risk. So yeah, I mean we'll see. So who knows? Maybe by November I'll decide, okay, school's over, I'm gonna build an e-commerce store in the span of a month, or actually 2 weeks maybe. Maybe I'll be who knows? Who fucking knows? I don't know. We will see. Anyway, I went gym today. Today has been so productive. I went to this tutorial first thing in the morning, went gym straight after, and I had a great session. A very tough session, given it's my first session back in about a week almost. And yeah, came back home, studied, hopped in the charts, and that's kind of it since then. Yeah. So very productive day. I'm in the zone right now, so yeah. Uh, yeah. I don't think there's anything left for me to say. Yeah. Okay. Good night. God bless.